2023 has been an incredible year, and all of us here at the Great Commission Alliance are thankful that you have prayed for us, encouraged us, and supported us in all that God is doing here. The GCA exists to multiply Christ-like multipliers until the Great Commission is completed. And to accomplish that, we focus on training, resources, and ministry. As a result, we are really beginning to see multiplication happening. Today, we want to highlight 3 milestones that we think show that multiplication, and each of these starts with the number 50. So let's start with our first 50.
We recently trained believers in the Philippines, which marked the 50th nation that our team has done in-person, on-the-ground ministry in. As we began the year, we set a goal to focus on nations where doors might be closing as we pursued that 50th nation. As a result, a lot of our work was in the Middle East this year, including a special time in Israel just 2 weeks before the recent conflict began. We also got to send one of our staff families to permanently serve in a very sensitive nation in Central Asia.
Our second big milestone this year was 50,000 believers trained for Great Commission ministry in-person, on-location trainings since launching in 2018. Training believers in person is essential as we're able to take people out witnessing, debrief the results, and help encourage them in practical Great Commission ministry. After taking these believers out witnessing in person, we often see long-term growth in those who catch that vision for evangelism and then continue sharing their faith long after the initial training. Our standard exponential harvest training includes outreach times.
Since launching in 2018, we've seen tens of thousands of indicated decisions for salvation during those outreach times all over the world. And that's exciting, but those new believers need to be discipled. So our team developed a simple discipleship tool that we share with believers at every training.
And that brings us to our third milestone, finishing the year with our 1-year discipleship resource in 50 languages. That list includes the top 10 most spoken languages worldwide. And right now, about 6 billion people, more than 3/4 of the world's population, would be able to use our 1-year discipleship resource in their native language. Multiplying Christ-like multipliers is our mission, and we are thrilled when we see that happening. We are so thankful that our team has been able to serve in 50 nations, that we've seen 50,000 believers trained, and that we're closing out the year with our discipleship tool in 50 languages.
There are so many other highlights from this past year: a new staff member, Nick Carrico, new resources like an illustrated children's discipleship book, more than 25 trainings in the US, and the new GCA Great Commission Training Center, which is currently being renovated. Which brings us to one last question. Have you been wondering about the background throughout this video? Well, it was a little bit of a sneak peek at our new facility. This is it, right behind me. After years of praying and fasting, God gave us this amazing facility, and we can't wait to see all the ways that He will use it. We're very thankful for Construction Workers Christian Fellowship and all the work they've been doing here. God has been so faithful to us this year. We're so thankful for all that He's done, and we're thankful for all of you who have prayed and given to make this work possible. We could never do it alone. Thank you so much for supporting our staff and international partners as we multiply Christ-like multipliers until the Great Commission is completed. 2024 is going to be wonderful. Thank you so much for your continued part on this team.